ahead then and get to the Nintendo Direct Bingo. So before we go, it was brought to my attention by Diet Cherry Coke. You fucker. You always have the shit I don't have around here.
Right.
I don't have Cherry Coke around here. I literally looked for it today.
Look at that label.
Wow,
know,
dude.
it's awesome.
Where'd you get that? Is that like vintage? Did that expire like 30 years ago? Where did you get that?
I was thinking.
He's like, I've been saving for a special day.
No, you know what? I was looking at the grocery ads. Do you guys look at the grocery ads?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I do every week. I always enjoy doing this. I don't know why. I've always been this way. It's not like an old person thing. I've always been this way. And I saw they had Cherry Coke, Diet Cherry Coke throwback, and it was exclusive to Fry's, which is Kroger, like in some places, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Ralph's. I was like, holy shit. Dude,
Exactly.
I gotta get this. I haven't seen this since, probably the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, yeah.
You almost, I feel like you got to save a can, man. I don't know how much you bought, but I feel like you should save a can.
About a few cases, for sure.
That's something I'd put on my shelf. I wish I had a classic can of.
He's got a
Got like 5 back there. Yeah.
whole wall full of it.
I wish I had a OG can of Surge really bad.
Oh, right.
But I'm really curious to see your bingo card because we might be on a similar wavelength because I too am drinking a cherry refreshment. It's the cherry liquid death soda, but it's called Cherry Obituary.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Nice.
That has a nice sound to it.
This is going to be a scary day right now. Okay. So before we dive into this, I was reminded today, actually, I think yesterday, by my lovely fiance that, the podcast crew is going to be in person next month. We're all going to be around each other. And we are doing this direct bingo. Maybe we should have a friendly wager on this that can get paid off in person. I don't know what the wager can be. I don't have any real ideas, to be completely honest. She just brought it up. Hey, it's like, well, the first time you're in person and you can have a wager. I told her, Stash and I already got a game going. It's good,
Yeah. I did not build.
I'm going to get my ass kicked.
I did not build my bingo card to
Trying to get bingos.
take people's money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have put Just Dance in there in the sizzle reel and Madden in the sizzle reel. And I could have named probably like 75% of what's going to be in the sizzle reel.
Right.
Yeah.
Go off the sizzle reel.
Looking at my bingo card stash.
The bingo card's built for fun.
Yeah, I know.
That's
That's what I did too. My bingo card's built for fun as well.
Yeah.
Eric
we should
go with straight diagonal wish list items.
Yep.
So you can literally not get a bingo.
Hey, I admire that, man, because it like Stash said, it's easy to kind of go things we expect. And obviously I put some things that I think we all expect to be there. I had to force myself to be like, okay, but like what's something that's just not obvious?
Yeah, it's not fun to just do a bingo that's just all well, look at the games already announced without release dates. That's all the ones on the bingo chart.
Yeah. But what I think could be a more interesting one down the line would be the one with the worst bingo card. It's like a punishment of some sort. The person who has the shittiest bingo card after the direct.
I mean, that's what we could do right now.
I
gets pied in the face. I don't know.
I told Nate
pied in the face.
Pie on the face at the in-person podcast.
Yeah. No, I told Nate the person who wins or the person who loses has to buy the first hour of the everybody's drinks for the first hour of the Red Bull.
That's cruel.
Content creators.
That's actually cool.
Yeah. He's referencing the fact that Red Bull at PAX East, when we went, there was like an hour and a half or a 2-hour period where all the drinks were free at the bar. So he's basically saying, oh, the loser has to provide all the drinks for the first couple hours of the Red Bull event. Oh, except it's free. I mean, I guess technically
it's a tongue-in-cheek punishment.
Oh man, dude, yeah, it was wild. Once I saw other people walking away with like 4 drinks, I'm like, you can do that? So I kept going up there, rounding in circles and piled them on my things. I didn't have the paper
He had
drinks all
12
night.
drinks on the table at
Yeah,
once.
didn't have the paper drinks all night. It was great.
Yeah.
You just talking about Red Bulls?
No, it was
anything you
any
wanted.
alcoholic beverage you want, or any beverage. But yeah, it was
just
literally
like a
a
Red Bull
bar.
bar.
I think I missed that part
Yeah.
when I read it. I was thinking,
No,
it's
so
just
Rebel's
Red
got a-
Bulls, man.
Rebel's
and I'm
got a
like,
create-
dude,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so Rebel
how'd
is
your
a
heart not
creator's thing.
explode?
Yeah. So
I know. Yeah. He's like, I was just grabbing 4 at a time. I was like, what?
Rebel sponsored PAX East. They're also sponsoring PAX West. Okay, they're sponsoring it for content creators.
Mhm.
So they have a creators room on the show floor. That's just like Red Bull mixed with punch,
Mhm.
and then they have like a DJ and an artist, and it's just a little chill room. I said I go in there about once a day just to get a little pick me up, get that little caffeine kick, and get back going. And sometimes it's good just to take a break from all the walking. But then they also, and if they did this at PAX East, I assume they do it at PAX West. They sponsored a drinking night for content creators at a bar that was basically attached to the building. I don't know if this one would be attached to the building or not. I don't know this area as well. But and you go line up there, and the first 2 hours was unlimited drinks. They had food as well. The food wasn't handled very well.
No, the food was not
But
handled well.
that's the fault of I think of the bar.
It was
more than
good
anything.
food, but
Either way, it was unlimited drinks for like 2 hours, and it was sick because people realized, oh, literally, they will let you get anything. You want that
And-
$30 cocktail?
and I was gonna
Get your
say,
$30
it
cocktail.
was not cheap at all. Even the Red Bull stuff was like $20. Like the stuff that they were serving to us in the room.
Well, we're in Boston. You're in the middle of Boston.
I realized that, but still,
dude, I don't think you remember when we went to the bar last time at
no.
PAX East. It was $15 for a beer.
I don't drink beer, so yeah, no, I don't remember.
yeah, it was expensive, dude.
Yeah.
When I went up there and I got me and Andres a shot. It was $25 a shot. Welcome to Boston.
Fun shit.
So no,
That's
this
crazy.
yeah, but it didn't. I didn't care because I didn't have to pay for anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I loaded my table up with beers and mixed drinks. It was great.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then they would even let me get shots as well. I'm like, wait, I can get shots?
Yeah.
I think like 6 shots of this right now. Sure as shit. I'm like,
What night was this on?
yeah, what night was it? Was it Friday?
Friday or Saturday. So that'd be day 2 or 3.
Well, and you gotta remember this one goes.
I know. That's why I
Monday.
said day 2 or 3, not.
Either way,
I think it was Friday night. I think it was
either way,
day 2.
it was wild, and it was fun.
Mhm.
It was a lot of fun. But we shut down the bar. We were there till the bar closed. I had so many drinks to drink.
They close at 2, the normal time.
They did a whole event there as well. Technically, they had like a gaming event.
Mhm.
So like it's like you're doing drinks and then doing gaming competitions and winning prizes and stuff. It was actually kind of
Flurry.
they had a DJ, of course.
Trivia.
Yeah. It was trivia. It was fun. They
Sounds
had
like
like
a
a
great time.
they had like a Street Fighter tournament thing, and like
Oh,
yeah,
sick.
Dash likes to win, but like everyone's drinking, so everyone's kind of like a mix of Mario Kart, and you're having fun. Everyone wins. It's great.
Yeah.
Keyboards and mice and all sorts of shit.
Mhm.
It was awesome. So I'm assuming if they did that at PAX East, they're probably doing it at PAX West
I would hope so.
because
You never know.
Because the creator room is the exact same thing
Mm.
as what they had at PAX East. So, all right. That being said, bingos. Yeah, if you guys don't want to do a friendly wager, I don't really give a shit.
We can also just bring this up tomorrow too.
Well, it's got to be before the direct. You can't bring it up tomorrow because we'll already know after the direct
who won,
who won, who didn't.
Fair
So you
enough.
got to make the wager before.
That's
the
true.
direct.
Yeah.
You can't do it after.
I'd say we could do maybe similar to the worst card. Right?
Yeah. Whoever gets the worst card, something happens.
Yeah, but what will it be? That's the question.
That is the question.
The stakes, man.
Yeah, and we got to remember, whatever happens, it'll probably be fun for the wives because they always love watching us get punished.
And this is picks, right? Percentage of picks.
yeah, percentage of picks doesn't have to be bingos.
Okay.
Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper.
No, loser has
All the
to
fun part, Eric.
loser has to take both laxative and Viagra and go play tennis.
Oh my god.
What?
Go play tennis.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
What?
Oh boy.
Whoa. Gamer down a lot of- Holy
Tennis is crazy.
I went too far with the tennis. My bad.
Tennis is just there we go.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where we drew the line there. Yep. I mean, I'm fine with the pie in the face. That's not a bad idea.
I wish we had one of those. You guys remember like 90s Nickelodeon with like the pie pods? Like what was it? It was like What Would You Do or Double Dare back in the day.
Double Dare
Double Dare.
was the
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
And then they had like the slime. Yeah, all the slime stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
the slime stuff was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times, man. Too bad we can't say like you have to go sit in a dunk tank or something.
Right.
Yeah.
that was always fun.
Yeah, that'd be
What?
fun.
We're gonna have to invest in a Nintenbyte dunk tank so bad with our logo across it. Oh my gosh, that would be so
Don't make
sick.
me start looking up the cost to rent a dunk tank out in Seattle.
Jesus. Oh God.
Have a wait.
That would rock though. If we did a in-person live podcast with a Nintenbyte dunk
Dunk
tank,
tank.
Yeah.
Super cats get to throw balls.
like that would be so wild.
That would be.
Be like, we're live. Oh, you're asking a question in person. Yeah, hold on a second. $20 super chat. Give me 20 balls.
Yeah.
Which one of us is going to the tank?
Right.
All four at once. Oh man. Who's on the bottom? Anyways,
Just like in the tank screaming.
so you can do. I mean, Eric's always gonna go for Spice Lord bullshit because for him it's not much of a punishment.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You know what? I mean, punishing Eric is making him chug a beer. He fucking hates beer.
Yeah.
But he'll still do the chug, but he fucking hates it. But what about okay? So pie in the face was one that is obviously you could always do. Just a little messy, but whatever.
Yeah. Pretty classic.
Pretty classic one. Or maybe we can make this really entertaining for people if we do it on the podcast, even if it's a pre-recorded or a live, because I don't really know what's going to happen while we do it. Because if the internet sucks, then we can't really do it live. But we can pre-record it. The two worst cards could do the burrito slap challenge.
No. Yeah.
What's
You guys
that?
know what that is? Okay. So the burrito slap challenge is where you both have two giant burrito shells,
Oh,
Right.
I think I know. Yeah.
floppy ones, and you put water, and you just one person slaps the other person until someone spits the water out from laughing or whatever. It's hilarious.
That could be entertaining.
Eric and I did it with the Prime Gaming Fest a couple years ago. People loved it. They wanted us to do it again.
That's probably where I heard about it from. It sounds
Wait, is it just a tortilla or is it an
Yeah,
actual like burrito?
I mean, that'd be kind of funny. So it's like a full burrito.
so messy.
It sounds very wasteful.
Tacos.
No,
it's just the shell.
It's just a tortilla shell. It's just a tortilla.
You could ask. We could wear an "Ask Me About the Bet I Lost" sign for a day as we're walking around packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Loser has to write the winner
loser,
song.
Make the loser wear something embarrassing at PAX for a day.
Oh God.
It just- I don't know what you're thinking right now.
Come on, Eric, spit it out.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking it up.
I don't know what's going on here.
Do a DK
Oh, you
costume.
have to wear the Donkey Kong costume the whole time when you're there for one day. Oh my god.
Bowser mask.
The DK costume would kind of be fun, actually.
I was like,
would be
that's
a
not
little
a
bit fun
punishment.
if one of us wanted.
A tingle costume.
Stash is
Yeah.
over there being like, I might just do it anyways.
Yeah.
The costume's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
God, there's
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the loser has to come up with like the cheapest and worst cosplay to wear for a day there. Like the absolute, like you barely spend any money. It's
How
just,
about
like
that?
the worst looking thing you can come up with. But it's something. It's
I
like
just
it's
put-
a character.
Just put something in the private chat. How about that?
Oh my god, which one did you click on? Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Private chat.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
That
the
would
guy, the guy's face,
Right.
So
the look on
serious.
his face
bad time.
makes it really
He's
funny.
having a
Like,
bad time.
yeah,
I
he
remember-
looks pissed about being in that.
We're looking at guys, for those in the audio
That's
version. We're
so
looking
stupid.
at a Bowser's headpiece costume on Amazon. Can't show anything because it'll show addresses, but it's
No, yeah.
it's
Does
hilarious.
it come with that mustard yellow shirt too?
No,
If
that-
not, but
it
no,
doesn't.
probably not. But we can find,
We can,
oh,
we can find a
dude.
mustard yellow shirt.
neat.
What?
We'll talk about it later.
What is that? We're trying to figure out-
Or,
No. The thing that we're doing that we just ordered.
I don't know what we just ordered.
Oh, good God. Clothing?
Oh, merch.
Yeah.
You just say we bought merch.
Yes.
Who cares? Yeah.
But you could add a mustard yellow merch to the t-shirts, and we can just order that.
One of us has to wear one of the ugliest colors we can come up with for the merch.
that's a good halfway point.
with that
with
Bowser.
the
Bowser.
with the Bowser.
I just sent another costume in the chat.
Oh no! Oh my gosh.
It's,
Oh god.
it's maybe worse. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, wear that. That is more of a.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. I also like that it's
That's-
like half as much as the other one too.
Oh, yeah.
That's so dumb.
It
so dumb.
fits the very cheap cosplay concept.
Yes, it does.
It's a toad hat.
Oh my god! The
The
funny thing is-
Toadette, look at the Toadette picture.
yeah, the Toadette one's not good.
I saw it, but I didn't like click on. Oh my!
I
With the
swear,
awkward
whoever
smiles,
wear it, they're
too.
probably gonna go all out and try to buy like an Aladdin costume to go with it.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, okay, sure. Should we do that? The Toad one?
Yeah. I
Or
still
just
think we should
worst
find out.
cosplay?
And I
Worst
still
cheap
think we can.
cosplay?
Yeah, worst cheap cosplay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, really, the loser's one's got to figure it out. so.
Yeah.
All right. The winner gets nothing.
Right.
No one cares. This is about not wanting to lose.
Yeah.
This isn't about if you're first, you're last. You just don't want to be last.
I would have done my card way differently. I took some big risks on my card.
Gamer's over here like, shit, it's gonna be me.
So did I. I took some risks too.
Get that blue vest ready.
I
All
know.
right, let's get into third party direct bingo. Yeah.
Thank God we didn't settle on the Viagra, laxative, and tennis.
What would you have done?
Well, it
if you-
sounded good at the time.
what would
Sorry.
you have done if all of us would have been like, all right, sure.
Ain't no way. Yeah.
That would have been hilarious. We're like, oh, that's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Is someone wearing it depends what we do?
Right.
Very creative.
Well,
That actually would probably end in an arrest,
Well,
unfortunately.
Yeah,
that
probably.
sounds to me like a college party
Yeah.
prank is what
Yeah.
it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That-
All right.
yeah.
Let's get to our direct bingo. Who wants to start? You know what? Let's start. Let's start with Sky Sword Alyssa since I have her card right here. We'll get this opened up here.
I do have some obvious ones though. It was
That's
a little
okay.
hard for
You're
me to
not
come up with stuff.
So
Dude,
we don't care. We don't care
Dash
about your
man.
bet. Hold on here.
I'll take the Viagra and the laxative and play tennis.
Stash, I gotta ask you real quick, not
Yeah.
to derail. Are you gonna be bringing a bunch of snacks to PAX? Because I feel like you are. I feel like you're gonna have a snack,
I
like a
mean,
traveling snack bag.
yeah. Typically, I bring snacks with me. Like, I don't go anywhere without a
Make sure you bring
Werther's
up
in
some
my
whole
pocket.
food.
Hell yes, I love that.
I have candy. I always have candy, dude. I always do. I always have snacks though, and you know, yeah, I probably will. I always travel with them too.
I'll
It just
probably have
makes sense.
nothing.
I don't know where the nearest, grocery store is wherever we're staying. I like to
Right.
make sure I got some stuff on me in case I get hungry,
All right. So we have
Nice,
a big board on the table
bingo
here from Sky Sword Alyssa. I told you her board looks nice.
Yeah, it's
Not bad.
Thank you.
aesthetically pleasing.
Most impressive.
All right.
Makes
Why don't you
mine
go
look
through the list and let's see what you got and why you put it there.
All right, so do you want me to just do like one at a time and why I put it there, or like read them all?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I have Metaphor on there at the top left. I believe there's a rumor about it coming. I was trying to like look at some games that have been out for a little while now because I feel like some of the like really new games it might be too soon. So I feel like that came out sometime last year. I feel like that would be pretty good contender. Oblivion, I feel like it really should come because we had Skyrim, and I don't really see why it wouldn't. That's one that I like really want to come. So there's a lot here that I don't really like care for personally, but Oblivion's one that I would really like to see come over because I haven't picked it up yet. Excuse me. Borderlands 4, we got that silly little what was that Twitter video?
Randy Pritchford being Randy Pritchford. That's what we got.
I was like, oh my. So, but I feel like we'll get an update on that in the direct, like an official, more official.
I was gonna be like, it's Randy. It's like more official than the big Rand.
I guess more professional. I guess you could say.
What? That wasn't professional? Doing a selfie video off your phone?
It's coming this year. Sorry. I feel like Call of Duty is probably going to be shown. They have that deal. Expedition 33, I really, really want to see it there. I kind of don't think it'll be there. I feel like it's a little too soon. They are like really overwhelmed because of how successful their game is, and they also probably don't have a dev kit. But I feel like that would be a really good game for Nintendo fans. I feel like they would like that a lot. Sea of Thieves, we got that banana tweet. So I feel like that's kind of like a little tease. We know Elden Ring is coming, but we just don't know when. I feel like Age of Imprisonment is most likely going to be shown because it's developed by Koei Tecmo, and I believe Age of Calamity was in a partner direct before. So I'm really excited. I really hope we see Age of Imprisonment. Hades 2, I think, was rumored, so that's why I threw that in there. Pokemon Coliseum is the one that I kind of wanted to change last minute, but I didn't have time and couldn't really think of anything. At first, I was like, okay, Game Freak isn't, and the Pokemon Company isn't totally owned by Nintendo, so they could show it. They didn't show it last week, which would be kind of weird. I feel like this would be more of like how they just did Mario Paint, where they would just put it on YouTube and like Twitter and on social media and just say, hey, it's out now. Because they already showed that it's coming eventually. We just don't know when. And we also don't know like an August drop. So I feel like they could maybe still potentially show it here and be like, it's out next week or in like 2 weeks. Because that's already, August is literally Friday. Silk Song's supposed to come out this year. I haven't played Hollow Knight, so I'm not like overly hyped like a lot of people are for Silk Song. So I hope Silk Song comes for the people that really want Silk Song. I hope they see when it comes out. I don't know really much about Persona, so I don't even know who that guy is. I was just trying to pick a pretty picture to put there for Persona. I feel like that's been rumored to come over, or a lot of people have wanted that. I feel like RPG turn-based games do really well for on Nintendo systems. Middle spots in my free space. I didn't know if I got a free space or not, so I put one there. First Light, that was that new James Bond game that they showed in the Switch 2 Direct, and I don't believe we've seen it anywhere else again. I could be wrong. I don't think it's been shown in Microsoft or Sony showcases. I listen to them at work, so I don't always like pay attention. Spirit of the North 2 is a game that's out on PlayStation and Steam right now. The first one's on Switch, and I'm not sure about Xbox, but I know the first one's on Switch as well. So, and I know like Microsoft and Sony have been like talking like, oh, we're going to be bringing more of our games to Nintendo consoles and be more, third party-ish. But I enjoyed the first one a lot, so that's why I put the second one on here. I was also trying to pick some like different things. So I feel like that is a game that could potentially come over. Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year, not last year, but the year prior. So I feel like it's been long enough that could be a game that they developed for Switch 2 and that it could run on that sort of hardware. Plus, it's such a huge game. I haven't played it yet, but it's such a huge game. I feel like being able to take that game with you would be really beneficial. I don't know what kind of Sims. I don't know if it'll be like Sim City or like the latest Sims, but I feel like Sims, because I know Stash has talked about it with the mouse control. It just seems like it would make a lot of sense. So I feel like we might see some Sims. Assassin's Creed Shadows, we had that PEGI rating, so I feel like that's a given. And Ubisoft was like, it's coming to more platforms this year, and there's only one other platform. I feel like we might see like just a glimpse of Star Wars Outlaws, just based on, I forget what the guy's name is, but he was saying like Switch 2 is gonna save it. So I feel like maybe they'll be like, hey, can you put us in your thing? So I feel like we might see it. Madden was either announced or rumored. I don't remember entirely.
It is.
I don't care about sports games. I'm sorry, but
Hey, you put it on. I give you kudos for that.
Visions of Mana came out. I think it was last year, and I played that on PS5, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I think that's the type of game that would sit well with like Nintendo's audience, and I feel like it wouldn't be like too hard for them to bring that over. I'm blanking on the developer. I know who it is. And it's bothering me. I can't think of it.
It's a studio that no longer exists.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's so sad. So does that mean there's no chance for Visions of Mana on Switch?
I mean, there's no chance. They could use port company.
Okay.
I can still see a path for Visions of Mana.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a good game on Nintendo.
No Mana game has ever skipped Nintendo.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe it'll be there then. Kena and the Bridge of Spirits. I feel like that would be another good game that would fit with the Nintendo audience. I was trying to think of like some games that I've noticed are only on PlayStation, since there's the rumblings of them bringing more games over, and that game's been out for like a few years now. So I haven't finished it. I played a bit of it, but it's kind of like a Zelda-like-ish type game, like adventuring like that, like action adventure type thing. So I think that would, yeah, I really want to get back into it. I just have so many other games, and then I'm obsessed with Expedition 33 and Donkey Kong right now. Final Fantasy, is it 7 remake or is it Rebirth that's rumored to be coming?
Remake was announced, but no release date for that.
No release date. Okay, so I feel like we'll see that. And I haven't played Final Fantasy in a really long time. I tried like one game on PS4, and I couldn't really get into it. But after playing Expedition 33, I want to like try to get into Final Fantasy now, because I had a lot of fun playing that. I'm not really big on turn-based games, so that's kind of what like turned me off. I put Genshin Impact here because I was also trying to figure out just something that would be totally different. And I know I played the shit out of this before Tears of the Kingdom came out. It was definitely a very good holder for me. I liked it, but I understand like the complaints and stuff about it. But I like, the more they just kept releasing stuff for it, I'm like, there's no way this can run on Switch. I'm like, it may be on Switch too. So I was like, okay, well, maybe we'll see it here. It's a free-to-play game. It's the anime. We usually see something anime.
I think I could be a very impactful title.
I actually like enjoy the story of the game, but it's a gacha game, and then it like you don't have to spend money, but they do those events things, so you get the in-game stuff, and it makes you hooked, and then you feel like you got to play, and then you don't have fun anymore. But if you can like control yourself, like when Tears of the Kingdom came out, I like broke off of that. But yeah, I feel like we could see that, and then Dragon Ball Z, I think, was either rumored or that it was announced.
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the other anime. So
pretty solid card.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I'm gonna say that I'm liking that a lot, but that also means that Landon's up, and here we go. Very different.
Very different. All right, I don't have a lot of explanation for these, but you know what? We're gonna try. All right, starting off with my dream pick, Pac-Man World 2 repack. This would be one of the few things that could get me there. It's a great 3D platformer if no one's ever played it. We got Pac-Man World 1 repack not too long ago, about 2-3 years ago. So I think there's a chance that'd be a really great 3D platformer for Nintendo to announce. They did it for the Partner Direct that 2-3 years ago, so I could see that happening again. Silksong, God knows. I mean, it's got to be here every single time. So put that in there. Klonoa, this is another strange one, but I was like, you know what? We had that Reverie series about 2-3 years ago also. So I think, I don't know, maybe it could be another time for, some type of old Klonoa game brought back or some type of surprise like that. 2K26 going to be in a sizzle reel for sure somewhere towards the end. Halo Master Chief Collection, another personal want of mine. I feel like it could happen. Not sure. For the cloud picture, that's just pretty much anything. Final Fantasy. You get Remake, Rebirth. I didn't even know Remake. I thought Remake was out already until you guys just told me. So probably Remake then. Final Fantasy's in there somewhere all the time. So, which I just finished for the first. That was my first Final Fantasy game. I loved it, by the way. So,
oh yeah.
Rayman, come on, bring Rayman back. Some type of big revival, and Nintendo gets to announce it. That would be awesome. Rockstar, probably not, but I mean, there's still GTA 5, obviously Red Dead. I don't think it's going to happen. I just do it on there just in case. Then you have the FromSoft game with Dustbloods. I think you guys said was that 2026 is supposed to come out. Okay, so it might be a little too early, but do it on there anyways. There's a new SpongeBob game coming out later this year. That feels like something Nintendo definitely would announce. Something they put in like a sizzle reel. Also, I have no clue what it's even about, but I just saw it literally the other day. I was like, again, but that felt very Nintendo to me. Call of Duty, definitely finally time to see some type of Call of Duty game coming. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't care. Sonic Racing, Cross Worlds, they're definitely going to throw that in there somewhere. There's always a Sonic touch in every show. Will it be better than Mario Kart is the question. Probably not. But Yooka-Laylee, this is something I feel like a lot of people are forgetting about. It's a big remake of Yooka-Laylee, and it looks like it's actually like more than a remake. It's changing a lot of the game. They're like changing a lot of the missions and the way the worlds look. So pretty excited for that one. Hyrule Warriors, I do think is going to be here. Just like Alyssa said, they did have Age of Calamity showed off. I think it was a big chunk of one of the partner showcases back then. So I can see that one definitely getting some info. Hi-Fi Rush, don't know much about it. Just hear a lot of people talking about it, wanting it to be on Switch. Madden also going to be in a sizzle reel. I probably should just put that with 2K. But Professor Layton, I don't know if that would be saved for an indie direct or could they squeeze that in here. That was announced a while ago. I don't know how that's coming along. Surprise Nintendo collab. So something maybe like we had the Star Fox Battle for Atlas where they had Star Fox in there. Maybe something like the Cadence of Hyrule game where they threw Zelda in there. So something like Mario Rabbids, like a big surprise. Since it's like the first year of Switch 2, they did the same thing for the first year of Switch 1. Mm-hmm. So I would love to see some type of like surprise Nintendo collab there. Mega Man, bring Mega Man back.
Woo! That would be sick, dude.
I'm telling you, I'm hoping that's my hopium pick of the whole thing.
I love that pick. I hope it comes true.
Oh my gosh.
I almost did.
I had to look up how long it's been since 11. It's been since 2018. So I'm like,
totally do.
11 sold really well too, right?
It's the best-selling Mega Man. Yeah.
Hell yes! Bring the boy in blue back.
Bring him back.
Here for it.
Star Wars Outlaws. It could be Star Wars anything. I would preferably want the Jedi games. Survivor and Fallen Order would be cool. But either of them would work. Grounded 2 just actually came out. So I think Grounded 1 is on Switch currently. So they could do that one as well. I'm sure there could be some NSO games. We've seen them do it before in past third-party showcases. So what I'm thinking is maybe since we got like Soul Calibur 2 with Link, there's also some other games like the NBA Street with Mario, Luigi, and Peach that they could show off. Maybe the SSX Tricky game that also had Mario, Luigi, and Peach would be cool. Or just some other type of NSO games that they have. There's a Shantae Game Boy Advance game coming out. I think it was supposed to be the beginning of this year and it got delayed back into August. So we could see something small with that.
Dude, check this out.
Uh-oh. It's shiny. It's shiny.
It just came in today.
Hell yeah,
that's
dude.
awesome.
This is the golden cartridge Shantae Advance.
I just got into it.
Forward to this.
So yeah, I just got into it with I think Half Genie Hero.
Did you like it?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I
Dude,
loved it. The soundtrack is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Oh my
these games
gosh.
are so good. So many people sleep on them, but
I
they're
did.
excellent platformers.
Yeah.
I've always been Shantae curious, but I've never actually played one.
It's
Get
it's
into
like
it.
it's like a different style of 2D. Like it's more like an adventure 2D game where like
Sure.
you're not just trying to get to the end, you're like exploring each level, going
That's
back.
cool.
I love it.
Hell
But yeah, this is another kind of hope. But I mean, maybe I'm reaching, but there's a small chance maybe Kirby gets tossed in there from Bandai and Sakurai's team. So I'm throwing that in there as like a maybe.
All right. Not half bad. All right. Eric, you ready to share yours?
I can, yeah. No, not that. Where? Oh, there it is. Image file.
Image file, everybody. There it is.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, mine is completely.
Yeah, this was like me last time.
Yep. No, this is still me last time too.
It's okay. You might step it up one day. Watch him win.
That's funny. Okay. So we're gonna start out with the Master Chief Collection. I have a feeling that Microsoft's gonna bring a lot of stuff over, so that's gonna be a good one to get. Silk Song's gonna come in. Gears of War E-Day. I did a Red Dead 1 Switch 2 edition, and I'm not sure if that's gonna happen just because it probably just runs better via just being on Switch 2 anyways, but you never know. These next two here kind of go together. So Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 non-cloud versions, and then Kingdom Hearts 4. We'll go back with
Where's HMK? He's screaming somewhere.
I told you.
HMK is screaming
I
somewhere.
told you I had a couple of picks that HMK would absolutely love. RE9, Resident Evil 9. Again, and a lot of these are just things I've actually just pulled out of. Yep, this is what I think could come. I really have no explanation for them.
That sounds like you.
Yeah,
I like that.
Which it is. Mario and Rabbids collection. Lies of P. I've heard rumors that or I read rumors that it's coming.
But what if they're lies?
Yeah, they could be. Baldur's Gate 3. Final Fantasy remake / rebirth dates. So the dates for both of them. We get the third part of the Final Fantasy VII trilogy, the name of it. And then My Free Space is Just Dance. It's basically a free space.
Yeah.
And then we got a new Harry Potter game.
Damn.
Black
Dang,
Myth
you went
Wukong,
big.
Yeah, you went ham.
Dude, this is sick.
which is probably why I'm going to dress up like Toad.
Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm feeling very safe. I got really nervous.
Your bingo card,
Oh yeah,
I was feeling nervous.
especially
after
your
the
pick
first two
right
cards.
under Just Dance. I like
Oh,
that one a lot.
I'm getting there. Ninjala 2. I think. I mean, Ninjala. I'm pretty sure did pretty well, and Nate and I absolutely loved that coming out of the E3 we played it. Red Dead 2. I think that's going to come over. I'm going to skip the next one because that's the one I want the most to happen. I had that in my middle, but then I had to replace it for free space with Just Dance. A Pac-Man collection with a new game because it's the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think there's going to be some sort of Pac-Man either collection or game, something like that.
Or a live action movie or something.
Right. Yep. Bloodstained and the Scarlet Engagement. I was looking up games for all the third party things that Nate had posted, and that actually looks like it's a pretty decent game.
Dude, Bloodstained is so good.
Yeah.
Like I highly recommend it.
I was gonna say it looked really good.
It's so
Stash,
good. It's go ahead.
What's the one? Because I've only played one Bloodstained game, and it was phenomenal. Like it was like flawless. It's the NES style one that mimics with the multiple characters that you unlock and play as. Which Bloodstained game is that?
That's okay. So there's Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, and then the NES ones are
I only played the first one. It was
Curse of the
phenomenal.
Moon. There's Curse
Curse
of the Moon.
Phenomenal. I could only speak
actually-
for that game. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's behind me.
Yeah.
Dude, such great games. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just wanted to
No, you're good. You're
let
good.
everyone know.
It looked
Amazing
really good.
games.
When I looked at the trailer for it, it looked actually really good. Next thing I have on here is the Plucky Square get some DLC, and then they get the third part of Octopath, which would be an
Octopath
Octopath
Traveler 3
trilogy. It's of some sort. Game Pass coming to
there's
Switch.
a dream. I
I
love
love
it.
that pick.
Love it. Please, of all the dreams, make that one true, please.
right. That's their one big thing.
I'm already a Game Pass Ultimate sub. If I
Yeah.
could just play it on Switch 2, let's go.
Again, Microsoft seems to be trying to buddy, so you never know. Double Dragon Revive and Kirby Air Raiders. I think will get shown. And then the one I skipped over, the one I want the most, is Snowboard Kids 1 and 2 on NSO. I had that one in the middle, and it is because I wanted it the most, but then I thought of Just Dance. I'm like, no, that's a free space, basically. So,
All right. Not bad, Eric. I like the boldness of your list.
I do too.
Your list is like Hype City.
yeah.
If this is the direct tomorrow, a lot of people are going to be very happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's a fun
Holy-
list.
That's a fun list.
And if you guys see
A
me at
mind
PAX West, I'm
blower.
probably going to be towed.
We'll see. We'll see. Gamebird, I think you're up next, buddy.
Right. Let me.
I was just going bottom to
Right.
top. That's what. That's just how it worked out.
Perfect. All right. Let me go ahead and share. 1 sec.
Wait, someone said
Sure.
Plucky Squire DLC was already announced. Is that true?
I don't know.
It was. I had absolutely no clue.
No, I know you didn't, because I'll tell you what, if there was, I had no clue and I reviewed the game and I loved it. So now I'm like, really?
All right. So for my list, I've
No.
got a Final Fantasy VII remake release date. It's
Hell
time,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. We got to get that release date. Dustbloods. This one's a big maybe, but I feel like we're gonna get a trailer on it. Oblivion. It just makes too much sense. Who doesn't
Bring
want to play Oblivion at home or on the go? I know I do. Ace Attorney. You know, this is a classic Capcom series. I think it's time we get a new entry in this one. I think it makes sense. Assassin's Creed. I actually think it's possible we'll see more than one Assassin's Creed game. Shadows makes a lot of sense, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see Mirage or
collection,
even
maybe.
a collection. Yeah, like Odyssey, and Jesus, not
Origins?
Ragnarok. Origins,
Valhalla?
Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upgraded
Silk
collection.
Song. Listen, I've been expecting the release date for Silk Song in a Nintendo Direct since the beginning. I just feel like these make the most sense. Indies perform the best on the Switch, and I think that trend will continue with the Switch too. I just think this makes a lot of sense. We know this game's coming this year, unless there's some unforeseen delay, and Microsoft looks stupid after saying it would be available day one on their new handheld. Hades 2 release date for Switch 2. Iconic with a Switch. Hi-Fi Rush. This is one of those Microsoft games that I just think makes too much sense not to be on the Nintendo Switch. This is one that was rumored a long time ago to be coming to the Switch. Obviously, this studio got disbanded and then got bought. I think the time is now. Deca Police release date. This is one that's been announced a while ago for the Switch 1. We know that they're going to be covering both Switch 1 and Switch 2 games at this partner showcase. And this game's been delayed a couple times. I think the time is right now. It's supposed to be a 2026 game. This could fit into one of the few or many 2026 games we'll see tomorrow. Metaphor. One of the best JRPGs in recent years. This is a game of the year game, and I think RPGs are best suited for the Switch platform. I think they do really well on that platform, and it just makes sense to get Metaphor over there as soon as possible. Professor Layton, this is one we already know about. We've been waiting for updates on it, news. This is one I'm like 50-50 on, but I'm confident enough to put it on my list. A new Platinum game. This is where I get a little wild. We haven't seen anything from Platinum for a while. You know, we had Bayo 3, we had Bayonetta Origins, and then like the last big thing from them on Switch was Astral Chain, which was a long time ago. So I don't know if the new game is going to be a Switch 2 version of Bayonetta, which Bayonetta 3, I mean, which makes a lot of sense. Or they have a new IP or an Astral Chain 2. But a new Platinum game. Hyrule Warriors is kind of my safety. I think this is one that we already got a nice little trailer for. We know it's coming this winter, so this makes the most sense to get that release date trailer and show off a little bit more gameplay. Persona 4. Just recently released at an Xbox or announced at an Xbox showcase. Perfect fit for Switch. I don't really need to say much more. This is going to be killer. It's my favorite Persona game of all time. So this is one that I'm really looking forward to replaying. And I put classic Sega reboots. And what I mean about that is Sega has recently shown off in some of the recent presentations that they're rebooting a lot of their iconic games like Crazy Taxi, Jet Grind Radio. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all of them.
Shinobi.
Oh my gosh. Shinobi. Thank you so much.
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. What's the Golden Axe was another one.
Yep,
but a bunch
Those
of
five
their,
that they
like
showed.
classic iconic games. Yeah. This seems like a great opportunity. Like show it off now in the Switch 2 partner showcase. It's new hardware. A lot of people are excited. There's going to be a lot of eyes on this direct tomorrow. So I think this is a good opportunity. This one I feel like is a little bit of a gamble. I put Diablo 4. Not that I don't think it's coming, because I do think it's coming eventually. It just might be a little soon for this one. You know, obviously this is an online game. Feel like those need a little bit more time to cook. So we'll see. Call of Duty, for the same reason that everyone else mentioned. You know, they're under contract to get it out day and date, supposedly, or within the same year. Persona 3, same reason as Persona 4, same reason as Metaphor. These games, like, why has Persona 3 Reload not been announced yet? It's only a matter of time. Sea of Thieves, one of the biggest, or the big Rare game. Bring Rare back to Nintendo. I think this one makes a lot of sense. I think it's about time. A new HD 2D game, whether that's Octopath 3 or Triangle Strategy 2, I don't know. My hope is that it's Triangle Strategy 2. I love that game. I think it's one of the best modern tactics games, period. Fantastic storytelling. I hope it's Triangle Strategy 2. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. We don't have a locked release date for that one yet. That game's already been shown off in a Nintendo presentation. This is one I'm really excited about. This is from the same team that made TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which is, in my opinion, the best modern retro style side scroller beat 'em up. That was a mouthful, but I think it's the best. Let's see what they do with the Marvel characters. Really excited. Next one is Romeo is a Dead Man, the new Suda51 game that we saw on the PlayStation show. You guys all know, before we knew what Suda's next game was, I was predicting that we'd have it released at the Game Awards for the Switch 2. That didn't happen. Now's my time to be vindicated. Let's see this get announced for Switch 2. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, the big MGS remake. We've gotten a lot of Metal Gear on Nintendo in the past. I think this is one that Konami is going to want to have on as many platforms as possible. And I just think it makes sense. So, you know, Snake and Switch, we had what was it? We have obviously the OG Metal Gears, but also Twin Snakes, iconic. Solid Snake in the Smash Brothers games. I think they're going to want to get this on Switch too.
More iconic than the gummy worms, right?
Yes.
The Twin Snake gummy worms.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Although some might debate that. Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3. This is one that I believe was rumored a while ago. I feel like Nate the Hate. I could be wrong, guys. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like before Switch 2 was revealed, Nate the Hate mentioned he heard something about this. But this is another one where it's like we've had a lot of support on Switch already from Larian. I know this one is going to be a more challenging project to bring over. We know there were some challenges bringing it over to Series S, but I truly believe that this is coming, and I feel like this is one that, like, by any means necessary, they're gonna get on Switch too. And then lastly, one of my safest ones, like Final Fantasy VII Remake release date and Elden Ring release date. This is, one of the biggest games of the last decade. We already know it's coming. Now it's just when can we play it? That's my list.
There you go. Thick ass list. That gets us to Thunderstash. Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Real quick. Or actually, no, you can start your list. I got to run to the restroom really quick. But I get excited when Stash goes because his lists are always so detailed. But
dude, I can't wait.
I'll jump back in.
You go bathroom. We can
talk about snacks for a minute. Yeah, talk about some snacks. Yeah, talk about snacks for a moment. I'll be right back. I'll be quick.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess are you guys bringing snacks?
Oh, to PAX? No.
Snack packs?
Dude, my stuff is so jam-packed full when I go on these trips. There's not even room to put anything else in.
Yeah, it looks like there are a few. I know what we did at PAX East is I just went down to CVS and bought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we just bought snacks when we were there from a local spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a place nearby.
Yeah, there is. I looked up. There's some grocery stores within walking distance with PAX West. So.
Not really surprising. We're kind of downtown, so not too hard to find stuff. Setting the snacks aside, what are you guys disappointed that this is a third-party direct and not a general? Is there like an era disappointment?
Yeah.
Landon, go ahead, go off, buddy, pop off.
A little bit. I mean, I felt like this was like that opportunity to have like one of those rare directs where, like, I think, of course, not everybody's going to like a Nintendo Direct. There's going to be people that just don't like everything. But it's like one of those ones I feel like they had in the bag as like a really like an A-tier Direct. I mean, you have already like 4 games slated. I mean, that just getting new information on all those games, giving release dates was enough to, I feel like, really just get everybody satisfied. Give us like a teaser or 2 for a big game next year. Tons of third-party games could have been shown off there as well. I just feel like you could have like covered a lot of ground with that.
Okay. I mean, I feel like you're representing the sentiment of a lot of people today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem like they're disappointed. A lot of people are just not. I don't know. I mean, look, Nintendo fans obviously want first party stuff, but
I want to see Metroid. Like, oh my gosh.
Kirby Air Riders actually seen. I mean, the game itself would be nice.
Some stuff from Nintendo, we have absolutely no clue about anything for third-party games, really. So
yeah, well, when you think about it, like even like Elden Ring, we saw like a little tiny snippet. Like we barely seen anything for these third-party games. Yeah. Like even think about like Star Wars Outlaws announced. Can we get more than like the 10 seconds of footage that exists out on the internet? Be nice. Oh, Madden's coming out next month. I still haven't seen this thing run on Switch 2 anywhere. I'm just taking people's impressions that they went hands-on 2 months ago, but they weren't allowed to record footage. So I'm like, well, why is this so secretive? Mm-hmm. What is going on? Like, why can't we see any of these third-party Switch 2 games? Oh, Borderlands 4, you gave us a release date. Cool. Can you also like show us the game running on Switch 2? That'd be nice. Like nobody cares until we see what the game's running, so we know if we want to buy it. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, all right. Enough of the bitch. I knew Landon had to get that off his chest a little. That's why I brought that one up.
Had some fire in me.
Had some fire in him. All right. What do you got for us, man? The crazy list.
All right. Let me get this screen up. Here we go.
What we're saying is this is the direct.
Dude, how funny would it be if Stash made like 4 bingo cards?
You guys like that Zoom level?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Are these honorable mentions that are just off?
No, you check the private chat.
Oh, I didn't look at the five
because,
chat.
yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Now I'll let everyone know right now. I said, look,
Okay. I see it. Okay.
I made 30 picks instead of the traditional 25. So we're gonna have to go based on a percentage, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Of picks. So it is what it is. All right. First up, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. If EA wants to get in the game, this is a great way to do it.
Mhm.
This game did not sell nearly as good as it should have on PS4. It was actually made with the PS4 Pro in mind, because I think it ran might have been 4K checkerboard, but HDR was at it and improved frame rate, all that good stuff. Had all the DLC. Excellent candidate for Switch 2. Next up is Monster Hunter World. Now, look, there's some stories out there, right, that Capcom really wanted to get this game running on Switch 1 and they couldn't. And that's how Rise was born. Okay. So now that we're here with Switch 2, now look, I played in the beta for Monster Hunter Wilds and I thought my PS5 was going to explode. Okay. It's very taxing on the PS5. I think Monster Hunter World would be a great title. It's got the Iceborne expansion as well. So maybe bring over the complete edition. But like Capcom, if you want to make money right now, well, maybe you're developing a Monster Hunter, like a new Monster Hunter game for Switch that's exclusive to Nintendo, like you did with Rise, of course, until you later brought it to the other consoles. But I just don't know if I see Wilds coming over to Switch 2 based on its performance on PS5 and just the overall reception as well. The game, I think, has kind of died off quite a bit. I think World would be a great option to get something there now and feed all the Monster Hunter players. All right, next up, we got Yuka Replay. And look, I love platformers. So, of course, this was on my list. I'm going to forget about Yuka Replay. I actually helped kickstart the first game. So I'm a big fan of this. And naturally, when this comes out, I'll be picking it up day one. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to get a game code for it. But again, like rare platformers, this is where it's at, right here. All right. Tekken 8. I think Tekken was ready for launch, and strategically, it made sense to let Street Fighter be there and come out later and give Street Fighter some breathing room to actually sell. So I think now is Tekken's time to actually be shown. And again, Oblivion. A lot of us have Oblivion on the list, which is great. It just makes sense, right? It should be a simple port, easy money, and this would be such a fun game to play on the go. Moving down the list.
Hell yes.
Mina the Hollower. Now, the announcement did say there was going to be Switch 1 and 2 games. So I do think Mina the Hollower will be there. Mina's coming out on October 31st. Halloween. And I'm super excited for this game. I'm not going to go into it about how excited I am, but it's a game I've been looking forward to a very long time. Star Wars Outlaws. This comes out September 4th. You can pre-order at Best Buy. A lot of people are wondering when this game's coming out, but the release date's been out there for months, and it's coming out soon. And again, the gameplay footage they showed in the Direct was terrible. Like the grainiest footage ever. It's like 144p. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, they need to show this game because we have no idea what it looks like.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Borderlands 4. Of course, there's been a quite a deal made out of Borderlands, so I expect Borderlands 4. Yeah, that's it. We know we're gonna get something there. I'm sticking to my guns with Red Dead Redemption 2. Look, I've been talking about Red Dead for a long time. It's probably this time last year. Now, of course, look, hey, this might not get announced here, right? Because again, we all know other people have talked about it too. Rockstar likes to do their own thing, and I get it. Yeah, I get it. That's true. And the odds are probably greater that they'll do their own thing to show this. But this is a fun pick, and I'd like to see it happen at the Direct. So either way, I think we're getting it very soon here. Death Stranding.
That's a good pick. I didn't even think about that.
Oh,
that's a good pick.
Yeah. Releasing this on Switch 1, or not on Switch 1, Switch 2, I think would actually just help the sales as well for Death Stranding 2, just by having your name constantly out there in social media and in video game circles, like people talking about the game. It'll get more people to play part 2, right? And I think part 2 will eventually come to Switch 2. So this is the timing of it, I think, would be really good because it just helps to keep Death Stranding's name in media. Moving down the list, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition release date. And I am going to continue to stick with what I've been saying here, and that I do think we're going to get something Legend of Zelda themed within the game that doesn't mess with the lore. So I'm talking about maybe some armor, maybe some weapons, stuff like that. Nothing huge, but like what we saw with Skyrim. It's too easy. It makes sense. And it will actually most likely improve the sales of the game on Switch 2. People will literally pick it up for that. Sea of Thieves. Again, it's been talked about. And this is something that I've been thinking was going to be coming to Switch 2 for a long time, especially with the figgies. Like ever since I first talked with the owner of Figgies with that whole deal, when he was talking to me and showing me like the PDFs with all the different IP, and I saw Sea of Thieves, and I'm like, Sea of Thieves, huh? It's as if like they're planning to be coming to other consoles. And of course, they came to PS5 since then, and naturally, I think they're coming to Switch too. I think that's part of why you're seeing IP like that get collectibles, because they're planning to be other places. Fallout 4 for Switch 2. Couple things real quick. With Fallout 4, they improved the performance on PS5 for it. You can play it in 4K, runs at 60 FPS, it looks amazing, feels great. I think we could get similar updates for Switch 2. This is a game that they wanted to bring to Switch 1, but could not. It was not powerful enough. So again, here's the opportunity. But there's another piece to this, in that Season 2 is coming out in December. And when they did the PS5 upgrade for Fallout 4, it coincided with the release of the show. So this just makes total sense to bring Fallout 4 to Switch 2 to coincide with the show. That'll help improve sales. Final Fantasy Tactics. It's coming out September 30th. I have it pre-ordered. They're going to show this. That's a guarantee. Hades 2. I played this at the Switch 2 experience. I expect a release date. I expect it to be soon. Again, this is an indie title, but I still expect it to be there. Assassin's Creed Shadows, same thing. We all know it's been Peggy rated. It's coming. I think Mirage as well. but I think we'll get Shadows first. Silk Song, same thing, release date. Final Fantasy, again, release date. And yes, I do think we're going to see, we're going to get news on 2 Final Fantasy titles at the Direct tomorrow. And that would be with Final Fantasy VII and Tactics. And Tactics might just be a sizzle reel thing, but it'll be there. The Witcher 3 Switch 2 edition.
Hell yeah. I want
Yeah.
that.
I think it's coming. I made a point to buy this digitally. So when they do announce the Switch 2 edition, I can upgrade for hopefully $10. Bought the game for $10 as well, the complete edition. Total steal. But that's something that I expect to see on Switch 2. And it could be here. It might be too soon, but it might not be. It might be ready. And of course, I have Marvel Cosmic Invasion because just as you said, Game Bird, I've been following this game since we first saw it. I'm a huge fan of TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. I'm just a huge fan of the Turtles in general. And I do think this is the best, that Shredder's Revenge is the best beat 'em up. There's other games that, come close. Some of the other Turtles, Streets of Rage 4 was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, so I have high hopes for Cosmic Invasion, and I love that they have hit points in this game. I'm very curious to see how they're going to work that into a beat 'em up and what it's going to entail, right? Oof, almost accidentally gave away the list there. All right. Indiana Jones. Now look, hey, I said this in my review.
Love it.
I've said it a million times, guys. I literally said it in my review. I expect this to come to Switch 2. It's a very expensive license. They did not sell a lot of copies. I don't know how they quantify it with Game Pass, but point is that it needs to make money. It needs to at least make what it spent on the actual license and the development of this game. It's done well on PS5. The Giants DLC is coming out here in the fall. And I think this would be an absolutely great title. Nate, you played this as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Freaking love this game.
Dude, it's almost like you're playing a new movie that's better than the recent movies.
Yeah, it is. And that's what I even said I legit said the same thing in my review that the story and the scripting is so good that I would say it's possibly like top 3 for me for Indiana Jones actual scripts, like with, I'd say Raiders, Last Crusade, and then The Great Circle, and then Temple of Doom, and then the other ones.
So it's better than most Indiana Jones movies, which is,
the recent ones.
That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. Like I really think they're giving Disney a run for the money. Like legit. It's crazy to say, but it is better than the last 2 movies for sure. Again, the game right next to it, Metaphor ReFantazio, again, reviewed this one on my channel. I said the same thing. I expect it to come to Switch 2. And I think I said that last year on both of these. And I think it will come true. Will it be here? Well, we'll find out soon. Doom of the Dark Ages. Again, every single Doom is on Switch. Except for the Dark Ages. But every Doom in the history of Doom is on Nintendo. And there's a long history. Of course, we're getting the new Super Nintendo version of Doom. I have that pre-ordered from Limited Run. Super excited for that. Resident Evil 4. Now,
this was almost on my card.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? Here's the question we got to ask. And I think we all have to ask this seriously is, where is Capcom going to start? Because we know they're obviously bringing over Resident Evil, but where are they going to start, right? They're going to give us the Resident Evil 2 remake first? Do they give us the most recent one in the mainline series? or do they give us the most recent remake, which is 4? I chose 4 because of the history with Resident Evil 4, with the GameCube being the GameCube exclusive. So kind of for nostalgic reasons, but also there's history there. There's reason to choose this one.
Can I ask you a question on this one, Stash? Because I think this is a great pick. This was almost on my bingo card. I agree with you. I think we start with 4. The history's there. Not only did this game start as a GameCube exclusive, but the Wii got a special version of the game with the motion controls.
Yeah.
That being said, do you think they released this one with pointer controls as like a throwback to the Wii version with the pointer controls?
Like mouse Joy-Con controls?
Sorry, mouse controls. Yeah, mouse.
Yeah,
or
I do.
Pointer.
I do. Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I think a lot of these games are going to have that option. Like I think Doom right next to it will too.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, RE4 just it feels right, man. So, looking forward to that. Persona 3 Reload. I think we've all kind of got Persona on our list, or most of us do. And so this is where I'm starting, Persona 3 Reload. Now to the final line here. Baldur's Gate. Again, some of these picks are carryovers as well from the last time we did the bingo. Because again, just because they weren't announced last time doesn't mean I don't expect them to come. So I do expect that. Look, I know it is a very risky pick to put the Master Chief Collection on here. But again, we were talking before the show, and I just think that this says something. It sends a signal, right? It's monumental. I look back at the GameCube when Sonic first, left Dreamcast, left the console behind and moved over to Nintendo. And it was such a huge moment in gaming history. And Halo's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big, right? It's still significant. And this coming over to a Nintendo console, I think would be just a massive deal. And like, if you really want to catch the headlines for your first Switch to partner Nintendo Direct, that's a great way to do it. Everybody will be talking about it. You can play Halo on Switch 2 now in handheld. This is crazy. Again, I've been saying this a long time. Some people say it can't run on Switch 2. They've been saying that for a long time as well. I think they'll be able to get it to run on Switch 2. I expect Snake Eater. Here's a game that really underperformed. Now, look, I got 2 games on my list that kind of conflict with each other, and that's Starfield and Fallout 4, right? The odds of getting both, very slim. The odds of getting both at some point in time, I think very high. So are we going to get them both tomorrow? I don't think so. I think maybe we get one of them, but both probably not. Here, it's tough, though, because you look at Fallout and they got that season 2 coming out. And from what I've gathered, upgrading the PS5 version and creating a PS5 SKU essentially for Fallout 4 did really well for them. You could do the same thing right now, except this is the first time you're introducing it to Nintendo owners. So it should do actually a lot better. And it's in handheld, which is really cool. Starfield, on the other hand, just massively underperformed, right? So that there's reason to get this one out the door as well. Again, only time will tell. And there's my last pick, Diablo 4. Obviously, it's going to have mouse Joy-Con. And, that would be a pretty damn big showing from Microsoft in a great way to make a huge splash on Nintendo's console. There you go.
D4 would be so epic on Switch 2. I've said this before on the cast. I played the majority of Diablo 3 on my Switch. Not as fast, not as pretty as on PC, but man, was it so fun to play. And I have a good buddy who had it on Switch as well. So just chilling on the couch and just chatting and grinding for loot and doing little like dungeon runs and stuff like that was the best.
Yeah, I have it. I have Diablo. I have Baldur's Gate, the Baldur's Gate collection on Switch.
Nice.
Yeah, these are such great games to like play handheld, but this literally takes it to the next level now and giving you that mouse Joy-Con control too.
Yep.
So hopefully we see it.
Good card.
Thank you. Nate Dogg.
Hell yeah.
All right. My turn. Let's go ahead and have some fun. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you guys are prepared for what's going on. Why is it? Who featured that?
You?
I didn't click on anything.
Oh.
I literally didn't click a damn thing. Okay. It doesn't matter. This is literally the direct. I'm so sorry to spoil it for you folks. If you don't want spoilers, you need to click off right now. Okay? I'm telling you, 500 plus watching. I'm about to spoil the direct. Get ready for it. Here we go. Look, the new Call of Duty. It's coming. Period. Done deal. Don't even need to worry about it. We'll come back to the one next to Call of Duty because that's a fun one. I got some good reasons for it. We're going to come back to that one though.
Don't F with me, Prime. Don't. I've put Fox on every card except for this one so far. We've done.
So Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, look, still coming supposedly. And look, the original was on GameCube. I think it's time to impress people. I think it's time to show something. Ubisoft's got to show a lot of things right now. They need all the hype they can get. So why not build off the hype of Nintendo Switch 2 by re-revealing Prince of Persia remake? Since last time they showed it, it was done so bad they actually rebooted it. Madden 26. Look, other people throw it in here as a throwaway game for the sizzle reel. We haven't seen this game on Switch 2 yet. We just know it's coming and it releases next month. We literally have zero Madden 26 Switch 2 footage on the internet. There's nothing.
It releases in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, we haven't even seen it. So they got to show it. It's time. And I'm actually excited for it. And I hope they confirm that it's got full cross-platform play, or it's going to really piss me off because that means I'm not buying the Switch 2 version then. Because I won't be able to play in my Madden League if it doesn't have cross-platform play. And right now in their FAQ, it is not listed as one of the platforms with cross-platform play. I'm hoping EA just got lazy and copy-pasted Madden 25 to Madden 26 for the FAQ. So that's what I'm hoping happened. But I don't know. So,
dude, if there's not cross-play, that would be maddening.
Dude,
there it is.
Look, Dust Bloods. Look, they don't have to show Dust Bloods, right? It's not coming out till next year. They could wait. But they know people are hyped for it. And then also people got a little de-hyped for a moment, right? There's a de-hype moment when they realize, oh, it's not a big single-player RPG like we love from Software. It's this multiplayer thing. Oh, but they didn't show any multiplayer. All they ever show was single-player doing stuff. So I think they know they need a long hype cycle for this to really get people to buy into From Software is doing it again. So I think we're going to see something impressive from Dust Bloods.
I hope so.
The Witcher 3, Switch 2 edition.
Oh, nice.
Look, I think Witcher 4 is going to come as well. But I think first they're going to want to get a Switch 2 edition of Witcher 3 out. They just recently did a big anniversary thing as well for Witcher 3. This would be a nice kind of capper to it. To just, finally... Because, look, Witcher 3 already runs better on Switch 2, obviously, than it does on Switch 1. But they can make it look better, too. And that's what the Switch 2 edition would be all about. Bringing it up to date, modernize it before we get to Witcher 4 next year. I think there'll be an announcement for that next year. Persona 4 Revival. Look, this game should have been announced for Switch 2 already.
Yes.
But, they're holding back. They're holding back for this direct.
Did
Best
we all
Persona.
pick different personas?
I think so.
I picked Persona 4.
I just put Persona.
I
It's like,
put
I
three,
don't know
three
what.
reload.
Yeah, I did 3 and 4. I think 1 or both will be there. I'm really hoping that 4 gets announced. It's one of the best RPGs I've played. It's different. It's a more self-contained story, more personal, which I like, and it's about a serial killer. Come on, guys, it's a cool premise for a JRPG.
You literally just explained exactly why it's on my list. So there we go. It's there.
Nice.
It's happening.
You guys are on the same page.
The Grounded 2. Look, guys, Grounded 1, Grounded 2 is already going multi-plat. It's going to be there. I don't even know why we're even having this conversation. This is basically, in my mind, already announced. But again, they're waiting for the direct. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. This is just a freebie. We just need a release date. It's a freebie. Could have been in the free space, but the one in the free space is also kind of a freebie. Grand Theft Auto 6, it's happening. Not beating around the fucking bush. It's on Xbox Series S. We're going to get the second trailer, and it's going to make this thing the greatest third-party direct of all time. Just let this sink in for a moment. The number one most viewed trailer of all time is basically the reveal trailer of GTA 6, and they have not seen the game since. What would make people drive the hype back up? Oh shit, it's also coming to Nintendo. Day and date.
Yeah.
I'm all in, baby. Hey, we had a developer recently came out and said, hey, if it's on Xbox Series S, they could put it on Switch too. It might be rough. It might be tough to do with certain games that run at 30 FPS, which this would be probably one of those games on Xbox Series S, but can be done. Can be done. Blow people's minds. Trailer 2, exclusive to a Nintendo event. What? Well, how did that happen? Don't worry, guys. Trailer 2 will obviously have literally the same time the event happens. Trailer 2 will drop for all the other platforms as well. All right, Sea of Thieves. Like, oh, banana. Do we need any more explanation than that? Come on. They literally did it on social media after DK Bonanza was getting all the hype. They know what's up. They know what they're teasing. Mortal Kombat 12.
You're off your rocker on this one.
Nah, big reveal. Look, Switch literally got all the Mortal Kombats, right? All the new ones that came out. And some of the classics. This is 12. It's gonna
You think
happen.
they'd announce it, even though they're doing like their promotional tour right now for the Legacy Collection?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You think they'd like work together
Yes, there's going to be some sort of crossover with it.
and help sales? Probably.
Listen,
Yeah.
I am a hardcore Mortal Kombat fan. You guys see my cabinet in the back. I love Mortal Kombat. I've been playing it since the arcades and the SNES. But NetherRealm Studios, they do switch, not to run on your prick, because I will lose. I'll be so stoked if we get this. I hope you're right. But I know they have jumped back and forth between Mortal Kombat and the Injustice games.
Yep.
So
Injustice
this could
3
be this could be an Injustice announcement, but I like the way you think, man. Fingers crossed. I
almost put Injustice 3 here instead, but I was like, you know what? No, because the last Mortal Kombat when they put up Mortal Kombat 1, not the Legacy, but 1, didn't do as hot for them as they thought, and I think they want to kind of rush to get to 12, and really make that a big deal, and then have some crossover stuff with the Legacy and the tour and everything going on. I think it's a good time to kind of rebuild Mortal Kombat while we got the movie and all that stuff coming. So,
Yep.
Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Look, we need to see just a little bit more footage. We don't really see a lot. They can do their own, like a deeper dive trailer or an overview trailer, but we got to get the release date. It's got to happen. It's also coming to other platforms as well. So like we need a release date. Look, SpongeBob. I think it was it Landon who had SpongeBob in there as well?
Same image.
Yeah, the same image, yeah.
Dude, I love you guys both have like the most deranged photo of SpongeBob ever. It's like it's so weird looking.
It's the first one that popped up for me. So
yeah, it was like the fourth one that popped up to me, and I'm like, he looks fucked up. That's my name. There's like a name for it, or like a rumored name, like Titan something. I don't know. But either way, that's the one that we're going to see is that new one. I feel the reason I put this one in there is, look, a lot of these third-party games are very hardcore, and they're going to need some change of pace games. This is going to be one of those change of pace games. Try to hit on the younger audience, even though we all know it's a bunch of 30-year-olds buying SpongeBob games. It is what it is. Red Dead Redemption 2. long rumored. It's happening. Fine, we're getting it. No, I mean, it's not. This shouldn't be like surprising to anyone, guys. It's on PS4. Come on, time. All right, Final Fantasy 14 online. Nobody brought this one up. Final Fantasy 14 online is on everything except Nintendo. It's a huge MMORPG. It's one of the biggest in the world. It's coming over. Silk Song is just obvious to me. Silk Song's a gimme. I almost put that in the free space. That's how much I think this is a gimme. Look, it's coming out before winter because they said it is. The PR guy said it is. They have a demo at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to probably be news about it at Gamescom as well because it's also going to be on Game Pass and stuff. But I think here they're going to show it. I'm not 100% sure they're going to give a release date here. They could wait for Gamescom when it's going to be demoed with Xbox. But I think the reason it's going to be demoed with Xbox is Xbox is going to have the handheld on hand at Gamescom for people to play. And so Silk Song's going to be on the handheld, and that's why it's demoed there. But I think here is where they re-show we didn't forget the audience that started it for us. And they do some sort of new big trailer or something, hopefully with a release date in the Nintendo Direct. Remember, that'll be the second ever demo for Silk Song because the first one was E3 2019 on Switch. Just throwing out there. It's time to remind Nintendo fans that, hey, you are the ones that helped make our game popular. We're going to give you the nugget. We're going to give you the release date. All right. Professor Layton, New World of Steam. I mean, look, I was trying to find a way to get some Switch 1 stuff in here because I think this is just going to be a Switch 1 game that happens to play on Switch 2, obviously through backwards compatibility. But we just haven't heard any news on it in a long time. And it's an already confirmed third-party game. And it's one that a lot of people associate with Nintendo.
So I didn't even know this was coming to Switch.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Steam exclusive.
Yeah. Years ago. So I'm really happy. I think, again, it's another one of those change of pace games to kind of throw in there to mix it up with the AAAs. I don't think there's going to be a bunch of indie games because of what I said earlier in the podcast. Just that most of them don't have Switch 2s. And while they could throw a lot of Switch 1 indie games in here, I feel like that would just be an indie world. And they'll just save it for something like that later. Look, NBA 2K26, you could say this is like a free W to take, but we need to see this thing running on Switch 2. And I legitimately like sports games. At least that and Madden. When I say like, I use that word a little loosely. More like forced to play because there's no other option for those leagues. Because I'm big fans of NFL and NBA. So as someone who likes to play simulation basketball, I also want to play arcade. We all know what series needs to come back. We might be talking about that a bit later. But yeah, no, we like 2K26 needs no introduction. I just need to see a little bit of gameplay and confirm 60 FPS, and I'll be happy there. I'm not going to be as bold. I would like cross-platform play, but I'm not in any leagues for NBA 2K, so I'm not as like, hey, I need cross-platform play, but it would be nice.
Dude, I'm going to go dominate.
You're gonna be the number one ranked player on there.
No, I'm gonna dominate on the Switch because I'm PlayStation battle tested.
Yeah, I know you're gonna
taking my talents to Nintendo Switch.
You scrubs and you're just gonna dominate.
It's gonna be fun.
That's what's gonna happen in Madden 26. If it's not cross-platform and I go online, dude, I'm gonna destroy people.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bad. It's going to be really bad. I'm going to be number one ranked for like a month until I decide to, okay, now I got to go play my league and actually play it on Xbox or something.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Anyways, it might be the one time that I can feel like I'm still got gaming skills. Assassin's Creed Shadows, look, it leaked, and Ubisoft needs as many sales as they can get for pretty much anything. And Shadows was their big game this year. They say it performed, I think, at expectations. Well, they would love to be above expectations, and you do that with Switch 2. So we'll see. Obviously, Switch 2 is a smaller install base, so I'm sure there's expectations are in check for the sales here, but they would love for it to become, maybe a hyped game. I don't know if it will. But
you know what they should do?
Yeah.
What a perfect game to shadow drop. Literally, obviously it's a play on words, but shadow drop Assassin's Creed Shadows. For real, that's how you get the name out there, man. That's how you get people excited.
That would be hilarious if suddenly a Shadows drops tomorrow. We're like, huh, I don't know. I don't have any of these as being shadow drops, but that would be cool. That would be neat. That would be neat. Especially because like we're just kind of waiting for something to play right now after Bonanza. If you beat it, I'm still playing Bonanza, but okay. Next up, Dragon Quest 12.
I knew you'd have it,
Dude. We've 1+2 HD. Yeah, that'll probably be here, of course. But
that's basically 12.
yeah, that's how I was kind of figuring. Like it's basically 12, but it's not. So you show off 1+2 HD and then you end it showing Dragon Quest 12. You know how nuts everyone in Japan would be going? Because it's the number one market for the game is Japan. And the number one platform in Japan is Nintendo. Now, it's not coming this year. It'll be 2026 or 2027, whatever date they put on the end of the trailer. But it makes a lot of sense to keep driving with the hype of a new system launch with your biggest growth market in Japan, dropping that Dragon Quest 12. People think it's insane. One, the game's already been announced, so it's not a new announcement. We just haven't seen it. And two, Dragon Quest 11 came out like almost a decade ago. I think people forget how long this game's probably been cooking. That was literally like a decade ago. It was before the Switch came out. It's insane. So this game's been cooking for a while. And there's a lot of high expectations because 11 set the bar really, really high. 11S with Switch and everything brought it even higher. So,
what about Dragon Quest 13?
Yeah,
we could go there if you want. But I'm gonna stick with 12.
What about 7 remake?
Sure.
That's what's being talked about. That's the word. That's the word on the street.
The word on the street is that's coming out next year. Yeah, that's going to be next year.
Yeah,
and
on the street.
Yeah, I feel like you do the 1 and 2 remake, new entry, 7 remake, right?
Yeah, that's what I would do. Like 1+2 this year, 12 next year, remake, 7 remake in 2027. But it could be that this game's not going to be ready till 2027. So then they feel like we want to get another DQ game out next year. But we'll see. I think 12 gets shown. I think we're seeing Dragon Quest regardless. I could have just made it easy and just said anything Dragon Quest, but specifically 12 because I don't know anyone. This is just power of manifestation.
Is anyone on the panel a big Dragon Quest fan? Out of curiosity.
Oh hell yeah!
I've never played the series. I've always been a Final Fantasy guy. I've always wanted to jump in. Do you have a reco real quick before Prime finishes? Because I'll forget.
Yeah,
Dragon Quest reco.
Get 3. Play 3.
3.
The 3 HD, and then get 1 and 2 that's coming out October 30th. I have it pre-ordered. Get those, start there, and then see how you feel. I think you're gonna love it. But bro, I don't know if there is a game I wouldn't recommend in the series. Nate,
sure.
Have you played them?
I've never played, but I own 3, and it's on like my backlog to get to once I'm done with Yakuza 0.
Is anyone else? Landon? Nope.
I played
No.
I have a very brief memory of playing a little bit on the Game Boy Color. I think it was a Dragon Quest game way back in the day. But I vaguely it wasn't a copy that I owned. It was like a buddy's who was like, "Oh, you like RPGs? Try this one out."
Killer soundtrack too. You'd love it.
Sure.
Right there with the best.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next up, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Look, I think this is another one that is originally in my free space. It's pretty obvious. Like this is going to be shown. Nintendo's going to want a couple of their like IPs to be in here, and this is one that the reason that it shows up, like if you look at the way Nintendo does partner showcases, and this is why I didn't put Kirby in, is it's their publishing partners. They always know publishing partners. It's notable that Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity in Japan was published by Koei Tecmo. So if Nintendo's the only person publishing the game, which is what it's going to be the case with Kirby Air Riders, then the games pretty much never appear in third-party directs. I think Koei Tecmo is still going to be publishing Age of Imprisonment in Japan with Nintendo everywhere else, and that's why it's going to end up being in here. Nintendo could do whatever they want, though, because it's their event, but I think that's why that they might even kick off the show with this one because it's not really a surprising game. but it's one that'll get people really excited. Oh, we're seeing Zelda right away in a third-party direct. This is cool. There's a lot they still have to show us about this game. Borderlands 4, mostly because we haven't seen any real gameplay of it. That's pretty much it. But we just need to see like a real trailer that's just Switch 2. It's the next step. We know the release date now. Obviously, we know when it's coming to everyone else. We know we're getting it about a month later, or it's like 3 weeks later or whatever. And I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought the release date was going to be much later in the year than that. So happy that it's actually not that far removed from when everyone else is getting it, but we still need to see it. We need to see the game. So I think this is where we see it, and this is where people get excited. Oh man, the Switch 2 version actually doesn't look too bad. Holy shit. Hades 2. We don't have a release date for it, believe it or not. It was announced in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and then they had a demo of it at the Switch 2 event, and it's out on PC. Obviously, it's been out on PC. We still don't have a console release date, and if it was demoed at the Switch 2 event and it was shown in a Switch 2 Direct, clearly I think the release date's going to be in this one.
Yeah, just to add to that, in case anyone's wondering, so I retweeted this like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, but they had just released one more patch update, and they said it was like one that they weren't really going to do, but they decided to. And the next patch is the final game. So we're right there. It's very close. I expect this soon.
Yeah. So, I'm excited for it, and I could be coming through next month even. We'll see. Star Wars Outlaws. Look, Ubisoft again wants to get as much stuff promoted as they can, and Outlaws, we have technically seen it running on Switch 2. Didn't look fantastic, but it was such a small snippet, and it wasn't necessarily shown in the best way that you would like to show a game off. It's hard to really know. So, while I'm not suddenly going to expect the performance and the visuals to suddenly, oh my god, this is going to be 4K. No, but I would like to see, this is the game that Digital Foundry's even really interested in, because they don't think this is a game that can even run on Switch 2, but yet obviously it's already announced for Switch 2. It's coming. So I want to see if this holds up, because this is another one of those, whether you like the game or not, I have it on Xbox. Whether you like the game or not, I think that there are certain games that can be early benchmark games that can kind of show what a platform can do. And this might be one of those games that if it does look and run well enough, it'll give people confidence in future third-party games. So that's more so what I'm looking at this as, more so than really caring to play it that much. Plus, I'm sure Ubisoft, their creators program, they'll probably just give me a copy to test out. It's usually how Ubisoft works.
I'm hoping for that.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, as content creators, Ubisoft is very open at handing out review copies because they're trying to get any promotion they can for their games.
I'm hoping the same for Shadows.
Yeah,
because I got it for PS5, so it's
yeah, they gave it to me for Xbox, and I was like, yeah. So, I like, if you're listening to Ubisoft, I would love to have a copy of Shadows and Outlaws for Switch 2, because it is something we probably will talk about on the podcast if they happen to be impressive, or if they happen to be really bad. Like that's a conversation point as well. Like, oh man, do we need to worry about how games run? Now, of course, guys, we're in the year one of Switch 2, so we all know like these are not going to be the best examples of games that can run on the platform, because none of these games were built with Switch 2 in mind from the beginning. Whereas games that come out a year, 2 years from now probably had Switch 2 in mind during actual development of the game. But I'm still curious. Star Wars Outlaws has that potential feeling of that early impossible port game like Doom felt like back in 2017. So we'll see.
They did a ton of work on the game too since it's released. Like so much patchwork.
You don't have to worry about you don't have to get on a speedster and fall through the world anymore.
Yeah.
That was a really bad part of the launch.
I know.
Oh man. All right. So yeah, that's it. That's the direct. I think this is everything that's in it. Whole shebang. I don't know what they want to end it with, except for a little fox guy you might see up there next to Call of Duty as the show closer, the stopper. the surprise holiday game. That's right. They put it in the third-party direct, and you didn't even see it coming. Star Fox coming back, and I mean a Star Fox game. We're not talking about a spinoff. This is the next Star Fox game, and you might be like, "How does it get in there?" Well, how did Endless Ocean Luminous get in there? That's a Nintendo IP. Oh, because the company that made it wasn't Nintendo. The company that's making Star Fox is not going to be Nintendo. Now, who's it going to be? It's easy to jump to Ubisoft because they did the last crossover with Star Fox, right? Starlink. Very good game. Some people thought the best parts of that game were the Star Fox sections. Take that for what you will. That was exclusive on Nintendo. But I don't know if Ubisoft's doing it. Could be that team. Could also be Platinum Games. Someone talked about Platinum Games earlier. They have a new game coming. Platinum Games is also technically worked on Star Fox. Granted, this is Star Fox nobody liked. Nobody liked. I should say nobody liked. I mean, we reel that back a bit. I don't want to say nobody likes Star Fox Zero, but
Platinum has like an A team, a B team, and then like an F team. Maybe a D team too, but they legit do. Yeah.
Miyamoto was heavily involved with Star Fox Zero, and at the time there was these reports that like Nintendo was pressuring him to prove the Wii U gamepad because it was his idea. And it's in many interviews that the Wii U gamepad was his idea, but none of their game developers really did anything with it. And they're like, you need to prove it. So like Star Fox Guard and Star Fox Zero and doing all these, that robot fighting game. Like these were all like nifty ideas for a demo, but I'm not really meant for a full game like Star Fox Zero, but it is what it is. I don't think that that's a knock on Platinum. I don't even want to knock Miyamoto. I just think, it's one of those, he had an idea for a console and sometimes you don't have to listen. It's okay. And I think Nintendo learned after that, hey, maybe our top brass don't always have, maybe we should actually talk to our game makers about what they want in a system instead of just like, hey, it's Miyamoto. We should do everything he says. It's like, oh, no. And Miyamoto, to be fair, hasn't made a lot of games after that. I think Pikmin 4 was the last one that he had like any decent involvement with. Maybe Hey Pikmin too. I don't know. I have to go back and look at the credits on that one. And he's done he helped with Pikmin Bloom. Been very heavily Pikmin since he kind of stepped away from games. I've been noticing that's like the one IP he keeps sticking with. You wouldn't be surprised you see him in there as an executive producer on Pikmin 5 or something because he just loves Pikmin. He wants Pikmin to be as big as Splatoon, man. He wants that to be such a big IP.
What about Bandai Namco?
Yeah, that's another one that I was throwing out there as like a possibility because they got two teams. And
Ace Combat, right?
Yeah, Ace Combat. So they got experience there. They got some developers with experience with Ace Combat. And they know how to make really gorgeous looking games. And you take that and you combine that with space, where if you guys think about the history of video games, space games have always been kind of easier to make look really, really good because you're in space.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of empty space that you just have to make the backgrounds look gorgeous. So I do think that, it might sound crazy, but here's my theory. Nintendo has absolutely zero internal developers that know how to make Star Fox anymore. That's the logic here. One, we haven't had it in a long time. Two, it's a good time to revive IPs. Look what they just did with DK. Why are we stopping with DK? That doesn't be the only one we revive. I mean, when was the last new DK game? Oh, Wii U. When was the last new Star Fox game? All right, Wii U. It's time. And I think that this game's been cooking for a while. It might have even started as a Switch 1 game, as every single Switch 2 exclusive game started off as a Switch 1 game. So it probably started off on Switch 1 and development switch over. So I'm not sure who did it. Like I have no idea. You can take your pick of third-party developers. I think there's 3 candidates, 2 that have experience with Star Fox a little bit, 1 directly, and then obviously Bandai Namco, who has multiple development teams working for Nintendo stuff. So that's where I come in. Obviously, I mentioned before publishing partners. It is one of those games that I think Nintendo would be the only publisher. But that's why I go back to Endless Ocean Luminous. I looked around. For some reason, that game was in a third-party direct, and yet Nintendo's the only publisher everywhere. No one else published the game. So it was a little weird that kind of broke Nintendo's rule of like, hey, as long as they're publishing in one country, this goes into a direct. So I think they just want a big showstopper. And I think if they end with Star Fox, people will stop bitching that this was a third-party direct. I think this will satisfy, especially if it gets like a release date of like November or something, as the big holiday push. So there you go.
What about Prince of Persia?
What about it?
Do you really think we're gonna get the Sands of Time? Given how it looked the last time we saw it, dude.
Well, last time we saw it, the backlash was. I talked about this at the time. The last time we saw it, the backlash was pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
It did not look good. It looked like if you played the original, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
They bastardized the game. This is
They
not
did.
Prince of Persia. And so they rebooted it. No, we haven't seen it since they so-called rebooted it. Like I hated putting this box art in here because this is not what the box art's going to be in the title. Like it's because it's rebooted, but this is the last time they talked about it or showed it anyways. And it was the one that everyone hated. But yeah, I think so. I think this is a revival arc for this game. The game I wanted to put in that
I just mean still.
Yes. I think
with Ubisoft, and
yeah,
you don't think this game got possibly canceled given the financial status?
Nope, I don't think this game got canceled at all. The studio that was making it still exists, and they have nothing else announced coming from them. And on top of that, they've been going heavy with Prince of Persia lately. They've had 2 different Prince of Persia games come out that both are actually really good.
But look, that studio is gone now, right?
Yeah, and the studio for this might be gone after it comes out.
They've turned into the Sands of Time.
Nice. But no, I think this game will come out, and then if it doesn't sell well, the studio will get closed as well. It is what it is. But I wanted if you guys wanted my ultimate dream Ubisoft game, it was going to be Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Well, yeah.
But like,
I think that's where the Sands of Time is right now. I think it's hanging out with them.
The Sands of Time, look, they both still exist. I can't talk about how I know, but they both still exist.
Yeah,
still existing though doesn't mean coming out.
Right.
But
there's like a zip folder on a hard drive somewhere at Ubisoft.
No, like they're still actively being worked on, is what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't just still like they literally exist on hard. They have active development going on.
On Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Yes, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
You know this?
Yes, it has active development going on. But here's the thing.
Wow.
It having development going on doesn't mean it's ever going to see the light of day. That's the problem. Is Ubisoft has this thing where they can develop something for like 10 years, and then I've been told the thought process is they put so much fucking money into the game, they have to get this thing out. But they've Beyond Good and Evil 2's had way more turmoil, I've been told, than Prince of Persia did. Prince of Persia's turmoil was mostly, people just really hated it, so we need to reboot this and do it different.
Well, that's what happens when you ask the fans to pay to develop it for you.
Yeah,
well, it's caught in a hard place. It's between good and evil right now. Anyway,
there it is.
And there was a time that would have been my most hyped Ubisoft announcement, but based on what we saw of the game last time, I was like,
that game doesn't exist anymore. That game's been trapped.
Yeah.
That game's
has it been 20 years yet?
For what?
Beyond Good and Evil 2?
From when they announced the most recent one?
Yeah, from when they announced it originally.
Oh, that first teaser that looked like a legit sequel.
That looked really good. It was all CGI. 2008.
Yeah, the one that everyone wanted.
Not yet. 3 years.
17 years?
It's turning into Kingdom Hearts.
And it's still in development?
Yeah.
No way, dude.
They've had turmoil with director turnovers and a whole bunch of.
This is why, though, Ubisoft is probably not doing good financially if you're working on a game 17 years later.
Well, guys, to be fair, it is planned to be their second quadruple A game.
They did work on that other quadruple A game, as they called it, for a very long time. Skull and Bones had a very long development. That's probably why they called it
world's first quadruple.
Just for the record, I like Ubisoft. I like Assassin's Creed. I like a lot of their games. I am rooting for them.
I don't think their management knows what they're doing.
I agree.
I agree. Think about it.
They got to tone it down with all this
made by former Ubisoft employees. Why are these talented former Ubisoft employees, not a team at Ubisoft making games. Like Ubisoft management doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're too soft. Too soft on the people, man.
I don't. This is just my personal opinion that they don't know what they're doing. That said, I do think that this game realistically has a chance to get revealed. I was kind of surprised it wasn't revealed earlier this year, but Ubisoft didn't do their own thing. The Prince of Persia.
Oh, I thought you were saying Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Beyond Good and Evil 2, I put it in a prior directing, if you guys remember. That's just it was a pure hopium. It wasn't because it was actually going to ever be shown.
Yeah, that's like a Mother 3 pick.
Yeah, or a Half-Life 3.
Yeah,
you know?
Earthbound 64.
Yeah,
sure.
But the thing is, I know it's still being developed. I don't know why it's still being developed. I don't know if this thing's ever going to get off the. Like, I don't know what Ubisoft is doing. Okay, just to be very clear, I have no fucking clue why they're still putting money into development on the game, but not my problem.
Well, if Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time reboot did get a fresh start,
yeah, it was freshly
coming.
Yeah.
I hope second time's the charm, because this was actually one of my favorite GameCube games. I played the shit out of Sands of Time. It was a phenomenal game when it came out.
What I'm hoping here, where it's like, hey, Nintendo didn't like what was going on with the first version of the game, then Retro pitched them, and they're like, yeah, we got to go back to the team that made this, because the pitch was way better than what we see. That's what I'm kind of hoping here. Is like the backlash was there. This just had a normal reset. We rebooted it. We're going with a new direction, new art direction, new everything. And now's the time to reveal. I know it seems crazy. And no, I don't have any information that this is actually going to get revealed. I'm going to tell you right now, anything I've been told from any developers I know is not on this list.
Okay.
There's reasons for that.
Okay. Yeah, because
I know about 3 games,
and
I'm not putting them out publicly anywhere. So I didn't put any of that on the list. So just because I've heard stuff about Prince of Persia, it's not like anything definitive. It's not like I know anything's going to be announced anytime soon. Just it's in development and is further along, which isn't hard to be further along than Beyond Good and Evil 2. I feel so bad because I want Beyond Good and Evil 2 more than like anything on this list. But
dude, Ubisoft,
not that version of it.
Their stock price is $2.03 right now.
I know. I'm debating on buying in.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Like,
I'm debating on buying in. Waiting for the big.
I'm waiting for under $1.
I'm waiting for the big buyout.
In March, it was March 27th. I think that's when Shadows released, right?
Yeah.
AC Shadows. It was at $3.17, and it was already like I was eyeing it. I'm just like, dude,
it's been crazy.
How far is it going to go down?
Yeah, they're in
that
trouble.
Is crazy.
And the thing they're doing to try to save the company, where they're like forming this new thing where like companies can buy like percentages of IPs and stuff. Like, it's just the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard a company do to try to save themselves. It's kind of like, look, Yves, man, it's been a good run.
Yeah,
probably time to let the company go. Look, I know you maybe don't want Tencent to buy him. Tencent's the one that wants to buy him.
Oh God!
And I get that, like as a gamer, I'm like, I don't really want Tencent, but they can't do any worse than what Ubisoft is doing. That's the problem.
It's like the
trying to
buy buying them.
Yeah.
Oh God! Who was trying to buy Ubi for years? Was it Vivendi? Who?
Vivendi tried a hostile takeover. Yeah.
Hostile takeover, like multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah, and in hindsight, it's kind of like maybe that should have happened.
Dude. June or no?
They might have ran into the ground even faster. I don't know. And I've always been mind like, hey Nintendo, it might be time to make an offer. You could probably afford Ubisoft now.
Guys, July 2018, their stock was $24.
Yep.
Today it's $2. What happened? Like
they're only worth 1.2 billion euros. 1.2
Yeah.
billion euros is all the companies worth. Nintendo could legitimately just straight up buy them. And
I think
Nintendo-
they got to cut the crap too with like a lot of the money grubby, nickel and diming microtransactions with all the
they went all
like
in
day
on that.
one DLC that you have to pre-order to
They
get.
went all in on
All that stuff like that turns off so many people. There's people who flat out refuse to support the game just because it does that stuff.
Well, and there's that thing where they had a really highly critically successful, smaller game in Prince of Persia, and everyone's all excited for it. And like the next month, we close the studio. It's like, okay, that's just such bad optics. Can you not see how much of a mistake that is as you're trying to rebuild your reputation?
That was crazy to me. I reviewed the game. I absolutely loved it. And I think I even said in the review, I can't wait to see what they do next.
Two of the developers on that game helped make
famous
Expedition
last
33.
words.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure two of the developers helped make Expedition 33. So I'm like, you're literally letting go of talent. I don't know what you're doing. If you have other areas of your company you could have been cutting fat.
I was gonna say that it sounds like
cut
they don't
the
either.
team making good games. That's how you rebuild your reputations. Good games. But I don't think Ubisoft, things are cratered so much. I just don't think they have any money in the bank. Like if something they kind of have to fire because they just don't have the money.
I got a question for you guys. A lot of us mentioned Ubisoft on our bingo cards, Assassin's Creed, Shadows being the obvious one.
Or some sort of new
exclusive. What about the possibility of them showing their first like true reveal of Assassin's Creed Hex? Do you guys remember that one? It was announced. It was teased in the same presentation that they teased Shadows.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.